left. Look at that. Goal!
We're gonna double pass.
Okay, Federico. People say, no, you don't do that to Adam.
Hey, that was cool. I loved it.
You ain't making me your today. You ain't making me
I
your.
love it. Formula Drift round 2. We're here at Road Atlanta. The weather this weekend is not looking very good, so I'm gonna say it's gonna be awful and hopefully Jinx will make it good. I think that's how it works. I got a new suit, so I'm stoked, fired up with all the gold and everything. We get to watch Colette drive. This is her very first Pro Spec round, so we're up here spotting. It's a 3-day event because they mix the Pro Spec and the Pro. This is her first Formula Drift debut. Her car looks super sick. I'll put a photo of it on the screen here. I think it's the coolest livery she's ever done. So we're gonna give her some tips, cheer her on, and then we'll go off to practice in the E36. Also, surprise, I brought the yellow 15 up. I'm hoping that I get to drive it a little bit around Atlanta. The roads up here are kind of nice, but unfortunately where we're staying, there's like a gnarly dirt road, so I don't know if it's gonna be possible. Check this out. First time you guys have probably ever seen these. Heatwave has a brand new style that's launching on Tuesday. It's called the Wraith. It's very similar to Vice, and it's part of the performance line, so we get the side shields that are removable, but it's basically like a Vice with a flat top. These are gonna be dropping Tuesday, so make sure to set a reminder. Definitely a new favorite for me. Car's looking good. The boys got the rear end all refreshed after Long Beach while I was away. Fresh new stickers, fresh panels. I shouldn't say fresh, some fiberglass repair, but it's looking great. And I'm fired up because I get to be back in my own car, comfy. In New Zealand, we were running Accelera 651 from Tire Streets, which is a great grassroots fun tire. But the GT Radials got some serious grip, 295s. It's about to be hooked up. We're gonna be scooting. And those things are also available on Tire Streets too. Stoked to go drive, let's go do it. Back in Atlanta, here we go, baby. Gotta get used to this car. I got one burnout box to get accustomed to the E36 again. Should be all we need though. My brakes a little heat in them. Look, it ain't no SR, but it's a bad. Alright, baby, let's have some fun. Got some new zones in here I gotta get used to. Should just make the chase better. No huge changes, still same course, but just running a little bit wider in the lead than in previous years where there was lots of interclips, so just make sure to hit my marks. No need to go 2 balls to the wall for the first lap. I almost shut off on entry, so that's not good. All right, so first lap felt pretty good. I almost stalled the engine on entry though. Freddie realized that there was a little bit too much fuel being added when I was kind of blipping the throttle and it flooded the engine. So we made a small change and we also raised the idle a little bit, which should help there. But as a driver, I'm also going to remind myself to keep the car wicked up there. Be a little bit different since we're chasing now, but yeah, it should be fun. All right guys, chasing Turk. Should be a fun one. We changed my gearing, so motor should bog a little bit less. This will be a good way to test it. had some small contact with Turk, my front left wheel to his front right wheel. I don't think it messed up anything in my car, but maybe just put eyes on it when I'm in line. Wheel looks to be a tiny bit crooked to the left, but it might have been like that before. I'm gonna hop right back in the lead line unless you guys see something alarming and want me to go back to the pits. First practice session complete. Road Atlanta got 6 laps, which is usually a challenge here. Car feels fantastic. Honestly, it's pretty incredible how easy this car is to drive. And we're pretty much as hooked up as we can be because I can't even hit limiter. Y'all did killer job getting the car all dialed in. Thank you. Thank you. Look at this guy over here. I can't believe they got Alberto Big Boost wearing pink. They got you f***ed up, dude.
Dude, I'm wearing it, whatever. Team color.
It looks good on you, it does. No, it doesn't. But anyway, so where's Booth with the food? Hey, Booth.
Hi.
Thanks for making the car good. You didn't do anything?
No, I drove it when you were in New Zealand.
Oh yeah, well it's good, so thanks for that.
Yeah.
All right, what you got in the bag?
The goods.
Damn, you got that fast. Let me try one of these. Solid 7 out of 10 for track fries. Fired up. I want to get it on my new suit.
Alright. Who needs a golf cart when you got a K truck? Ain't that right? Yeah. We need AC though.
I think this thing had AC. Look, it's got the cooler volume right here.
I should charge it.
I wonder if it would work.
Turn the blower motor on, it works.
No, it works
Turn
hot.
it, turn it, no, it works. It feels cool.
Oh, when?
Feel it? It feels good.
No.
It's good.
We're grabbing that 15 so we can shoot some rollers.
Speed
on
line.
this downhill.
Speed line.
Oh my god.
Scared? I'm scared. Why are you scared?
I don't know, I just expect something to happen.
We're good. 4th gear, pulling.
That's the only way to make it up the hill in this thing.
60 kilometers, baby. What's that?
Too fast. I haven't been filming because Colette's been on a mission. The team was freaking out because there was a misfire on her car, so we ripped the S15 up to make sure everything's okay. Wound up staying up here, helped the team out, had a 5-minute call. She's been crushing it. She made it all the way to the finals and right now is going up for the finals and seating. She's been killing it. The car looks amazing. Team's all hyped up. All of them in pink. You guys will have to watch her video for all the behind the scenes, but it's been a lot of fun. I was even jacking up the car and doing alignment stuff, so you know. We essentially just raised the idle to give myself a little bit less chance of bogging on that first corner. We're gonna wire in like a high idle valve that we'll have tomorrow, but for now, it's kind of a quick fix is to raise 1,000 RPM. I'm stoked because we're about to chase Vaughn. It's always sick driving with him, so it's gonna be a good time. All right, I'm gonna push hard and have some fun. I know what to do. I was warned he crosses track quite a bit, so be on the lookout for that. Other than that, we should be good. Showed him who's boss there, baby. Couple mistakes I can work on, but hell yeah, that was fun. Gotta show him what's up. I should have given him a little nudge. Practice session number 2 was super sick. I'm gonna try to show you guys the 2 areas of, I shouldn't say improvement, but one, I was entering a little bit too soft in the first practice session. I'll show you how shallow I was entering, so I was trying to throw a little bit more angle. It's a little bit more risky, but I know that the judges will reward that. So started to try to find a happy medium between going a little bit too crazy and giving the judges what they want to see. Then when it came to chases, I was just having fun. I was trying to treat every single run like it was a battle, pushing as hard as I could, and it helped me kind of find the limits of the car. Played around a lot with the different shock settings in our BC Racing single way coilovers, and just trying to find that sweet spot that will allow me to do what I want with the car, no matter who I'm following. So I feel pretty good about it. The team's been crushing it all day. Now we get to watch pro seating and go get some food. Driving's done for the day. We're gonna go hang out with the homies over at Neff. If you guys don't know, at Long Beach I announced a new partner of mine this year, Neff Vodka, ultra premium, super cool to be on the team along with Matt Field and Chris Forsberg. So we're gonna go chill, watch seating, and have a good time. E36. During pro spec rounds, we kind of get a day off, so I'm gonna take my time, pull out my little Grios travel care kit I brought to wash the car. Got a brand new wash mitt, some glass cleaner, car wash, my beautiful foldable bucket. I should also make a disclaimer. This car is like the biggest Swirl City car out of any car I've ever owned. It needs a polish so bad, but I really want to like take time and enjoy it and not rush it. So I brought it to Atlanta like looking like someone took a buffer to this thing with a Brillo pad. Like it's rough, but it will get corrected. We just want to build the car and like get all the work done to it first, enjoy it a bit, and then polish it once it's like in its final form.
Go.
It's wet, it's raining.
All right, it's competition day, and unfortunately we got a little bit of rain that we're dealing with, so we got a slightly different setup in the car, mainly changing around sway bar stuff, and also working with Freddie on some tune stuff to give me power as early as I could possibly want, because even though it's rained, it's a little bit deceiving. We learned this at E-Town, or not E-Town, we learned this Poland Drift Masters, that in the rain you kind of drive out of boost a lot to try to like get the car woken up, and those are the areas where you can stall, especially with a bigger turbo like this car. So what'd you do?
So we're spraying the nitrous at 2500 now.
So a little bit earlier.
Yeah, usually it's 2700. So like a little bit in case he falls down that low chasing a slow car, and opened up the like throttle window pretty much.
So that way nitrous could spray at a lower TPS?
Yeah, lower TPS.
In rain, the key thing is to kind of keep wheel speed up. You don't ever want to get to a point where the car straightens out. So it's like this game of trying to be smooth on the throttle, keeping consistent wheel speed, not over wheel speed in the car, but not under wheel speed in the car. So the idea is the nitrous to be there if we fall out of the turbo window. But I guess we can always gear the car too to have the RPM where we want it. A door fitment.
Door fitment ain't cash money.
It's not.
Hey, the wheel fitment though, she's back.
Yeah, we lowered her down a little bit for the rain. Not as good as the S15, but I'll take it. All right, time to do some rain driving. Warm up my tires. Get some serious heat in these rears. My new high idle button, check that out. Raises my idle, which should help with the stalling. I'll have Freddie explain how he did that later in the video. I changed my gearing a little bit. I don't know how it's going to be. Might need to make some more changes, but I'm going to try running the same gearing and see how it feels. A lot of new going on. Probably enter around the same point. See how that feels. I really hate how the car drives, and I don't know what the deal is, but that was damn near impossible. The whole track, it just felt, I can't even explain it. I just like could barely drive the car. I don't know if it was over wheel speeding, if it's like the grip isn't consistent. I don't know if it's too soft. Like, part of me almost wants to just drive the same car we drove in the dry, but in the wet, because at least I know what to expect. There's just a lot of going on right now. That was pretty bad. I think we went too far in the direction of trying to hook the thing up in the rain, and it made the car super twitchy and super knife edgy at low rates of angle. I think part of that was compounded by the fact that the track was patchy, had some dry areas, and actually had a lot of grip in some areas and not a lot of grip in others. So we're actually going back to a full dry setup. It seems like the track is starting to dry, and we don't drive for another hour, so hopefully the rain holds, and we can just reset and just drive competition like we're driving in the dry, because that was not what I want to do, not where I want to be at. All right, we're about to line up for a top 32 battle. We're going against Federico Sharifo. Hopefully I didn't butcher his name. He's a really good driver, and that car is actually super fast and super sick. It seemed like in practice he was struggling with it a little bit. So we're going into this battle, me leading first because I am seated higher. So I'm going to go do my best lead run, try to keep it clean, and then the chase, I'll rely on Duarte, who's spotting for me this round because Ginge couldn't make it, to give me some notes and figure out how hard to push it in the chase. Burnout box felt pretty slick.
Unarguably one of the most popular drivers. You know, he's out there. He's doing his thing, man. LZ World Tour, you were just with him in New Zealand at Taupo. Great event there. Going against Federico Sharifo, obviously an iconic driver, so talented. And Fiorella, we know the Ferrari, we love it. But he's going against a very hot Adam LZ. The temps might be cold, but LZ is coming in hot. Gets third place in Long Beach. He'd love to deliver. I was talking to TJ Hunt. He says, yo, this is LZ season. Yeah. He's going to have an LZ summer, a little brat summer here. All right, here we go. We can see Adam LZ sliding in that Drift HQ. BMW past an inside clip. He puts it right there, and we saw Fetty very tight on the inside, going on the incorrect line for Fetty. Now comes in. Whoa, where's Adam going? Whoa. That was very sketchy. Almost went into the dirt. Salvaged that, brought it back. He was setting sail, man. He was off to Narnia, and then he brings it on back. He opened the door and brings it back in. Well done by Adam LZ.
Fede taking a really interesting approach there in the chase and initiation, but Adam LZ does a really good job. Nails that first inside clip. Transition coming up the hill. Good wide section, leaving everything open. D-Cell's right in a good spot in the second outside zone. Third outside zone, so we were talking about. Looked like he was about to go off track. does have to sacrifice a bit of that zone for the aggressiveness that we saw there, but inside clip, touch and go, both fantastic. Using a bit of left foot brake to get the car rotated. Transitions just a touch early, meaning it was a bit too deep on our last inside clip, but overall, good aggressive run.
My lead was pretty bad, so I'm gonna not go too easy. I gotta change gloves. I was sticking to the wheel and doing all these mistakes. The track's also way grippier than before, so I might have gone too much grip. That was fun. We're gonna need to do a front end check though after I plowed through that infield. Hey, that was cool as f***. I loved it.
That was entertaining.
What's up?
That was entertaining.
That was fun.
I've never seen a double pass ever.
You know, good line throughout the most of it. He wasn't panicking. He wasn't straightening the car up. He wasn't doing anything crazy. So it was a good run.
Both the drivers have some areas of improvement, but overall, they kept it between the lines. Here goes Federico Sharifo. He wraps it around the inside clip. Again, that's not where you want to be. Throw some more angle at it. Look at that right angle. Oh. That is gonna, yeah, that's gonna be all she wrote. So Adam LZ, he passes.
We're gonna double pass.
Okay, we got Federico. This is ridiculous.
Okay.
I think that was just that was a little wild there. That was insane. Everybody's smiling. People are saying, "No, you don't do that to Adam." Federico goes completely off course, re-enters the chat and says, "Nope, not on my watch." The Ferrari goes and retakes the lead. Federico was already expunged from that battle, but it makes the highlight reel. Regardless, that was fun.
Man, this is like freestyle drifting at this point. Just no rules, just go out and huck your cars. So Fede just not able to get out to the zones, gets too deep there on 3, goes off-roading. Adam LZ goes, okay, this is a safe place to pass.
Hold that marinara.
Transition in the keyhole. As I come through here, Fede's like, nope, I'm in the lead. And then, you know what, Adam, great job. Dives back, and he goes, all right, you want to finish this way? Let's go.
All right, style points, dude. The tandem was sick. I hear all of these spotters over here. That's I hear Chelsea Nova go, that was sick.
That was nuts.
Well, we know who won. Style points, flair, whatever you want to call it. Fede definitely wins. But unfortunately, when it comes to criteria that the judges are looking for, Adam LZ gets the win.
Oh, pass action? Oh, is he gonna pass him back? Is he gonna pass him back? He passed him back!
Oh man.
Samir was like, no!
The double pass was incredible.
You definitely didn't need to do the last turn. That was sick. Oh my god.
Oh, not the BC forged. Ugh.
We're gonna need some new tires. Yeah, that was super cool. I wasn't like trying to pass him to be a jerk up top. He just went off, and I don't want to go off and then get my car dirty, you know. But then when he passed me back, chopping through the grass, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So I like tried to get back in behind him. I almost crashed at the end by doing that, so I probably shouldn't have. But it was sick.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Well, Adam came in when we heard him say how much fun that was. So great driving.
Thank you. Hell yeah, dude. That was sick. I was torqued up. I was so pumped. That was sick.
God, I did a rookie mistake. I went in with glazed tires because I kept my tires of the rain, and I went in the warm-up box. I said, oh, I was like, I have glazed tires. And he was like, When I chased, I was like, oh no. So I basically just let it go, and I stayed there. When I was leading, no grip, when you passed me, I said, you ain't making me your today. You ain't making
I
me
love
your,
it.
you ain't making me your. So I said, I just have to, and I said, I'm sure he's gonna. People loved it.
Oh, yeah.
People
Oh,
went
it was
insane.
amazing.
No,
People
it was
went
the
insane.
best thing. I would have never even thought to do that.
No, but I know you had a split of a second. You said, okay, he might just wash away. But I saw how you passed me. You passed me like, okay, and I'm gonna pass you.
Well, I was hoping you'd
I
get
was
back
like-
behind me, and I heard you. I was like, all right, sick.
Oh,
we're
yeah,
running
sick as
now.
no, but I said,
Yeah.
I said, no. I just, while I was transitioning, I clicked fourth gear.
Yeah.
I said, I have to. It's no.
No, that was.
He's not making me his that time. It was a good one. Very. You're amazing. You're a robot. Bravo.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And have fun.
Yeah. What tire pressure? Put him at 11 for now.
The ball joint is like loose.
The lower.
Yeah, he's holding the wheel.
It's a little excessive. It's more than usual.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit past the wear-in process.
Seamus, you have discovered something.
Something's loose, really loose.
Let me clean you up, buddy.
Where was the bolt?
I loosened the pen out of it.
Yeah, confirm.
I need to make it tighter.
We want to confirm it.
Right here. I want to make it so tight that the steering seizes.
Oh, great.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah. All right. Adam's gonna go, yeah, like the steering just doesn't turn anymore.
Make some noise for the Griffin 2 BMW. Got past again. He's having some fun. 32. The party continues with 16. Make some noise. It's LLC.
So it's dark out, it's raining. We're running a different setup now. No test laps on the rain with it, but it's more similar to what I run in the dry, so.
And ideally, it would dry out. And you have some wind coming through. I can see the American flag waving here as we move in our next battle. Adam LZ, an amazing content creator, puts on his own events against Dominican's finest, Jonathan Castro. He is our next battle. So Adam LZ, a lot of eyeballs on him. He got third place at round 1. We know he is absolutely built for greatness. And Jonathan Castro, he knows how to drive in the wet as well. You know, Dominican. Oh boy, Adam LZ. What? Massive angle, holds on, it snaps back. Castro actually, I felt like Castro was like kind and like opened the door for him and said, here you go, sir, and let him go on by. That could have been very hairy and scary coming out through the keyhole on that inside clip. Adam LZ has had some insane battles earlier. If you were watching with Federico Sharifo, roll that tape if you haven't seen it. Him against a Ferrari earlier on in 32, and here comes Adam LZ back up the hill. And as they pop, lock, and drop and go up the hill, LZ and Castro. So let's run that back.
And that goes back to the old like Mad Mike qualifying initiation there. Basically a backy coming down the hill. And yeah, I mean, Castro does hold up to allow Adam to whip the car back around. We start to get into the unchaseable lead territory with that one, in my opinion, but epic nonetheless. A little bit shallow through our touch and go. And you can see Castro, I mean, I'm sure through his head, he's thinking kind of the same thing. He's like, I couldn't have chased that. Like, is this, what do I do? Do I keep going? But he does a good job finding the grip in the track, able to keep some proximity and keep a decent line throughout that run, but it will swap it around. I don't know if that would immediately be hit with an unchaseable, but either way, we keep going and see what happens next.
Let's see what we got here. Jonathan Castro, you got to assess and digest both of these runs. Castro, the Metaldom Toyota GR86 coming down the hill. Let's see what Castro's got for us in that initiation, that first outside zone. Boom, right into the box. Both the cars go. Castro, really good execution there. A lot cleaner than LZ on that lead run. You can see again just the mist, the rooster tail coming off the back of the Toyota and of the BMW. Castro, like I said, he knows how to drive in the wet. You know, you got to think Dominican Republic tropical, so you get some rain down there. Looks like he has navigated this very, very well. Castro, good place under the vehicle, going against Adam LZ. He has ravenous fans cheering him on. The Drift HQ BMW, Neft Vodka on the roof and at the bar. That's right, Neft Vodka cranking it. And we are heading back up the hill. Great placement by Jonathan Castro. Like I said, exciting run in 32 against Federico. Run that back.
Yeah, absolutely wild, and we get another wild battle here, so good job to that first outside zone. Does get to that clip, not backing it up, so Adams is able to get in on the chase. And then as we start to get through a few of these, we can see that Castro almost feeling like he needs to run away as we get into a couple of zones. Second outside zone was good, but pretty shallow through 3. And as we get through here, you can see starting to get shallow again. Now, Adam in the chase does a good job, but both drivers completely missing that touch and go. As we come back down the hill and transition out, Castro through here just a little bit shallow. So
yeah, he pulled it off.
He did,
I would say Adam was grasping at straws on the initiation because he maxed out the angle so much, almost parked it.
Yeah.
Castro had to back off, and I think that showed composure. So we'll see how the judges fare. Slide him left for Adam LZ or right for Jonathan Castro, and there it is. Jonathan Castro gets the win, taking out Adam LZ. So Castro gets the win, advancing on. Lorette Nickel is with a very happy Beast in the Bay, Matt Field. Or right for Jonathan Castro, and there it is. Jonathan Castro. Castro gets the win.
It happens. It happens.
It's too weiny.
Weiny. It's really weiny out there.
Wet and weiny.
That sucks. Me going back to the dry setup was a bad call. I entered earlier and softer than I did before, and it's still like I just couldn't slow down. Like I entered like such a bitch, and it just went whee! Freddie, I think my call to go back to the dry setup was bad.
Yeah.
It's tough because the car was amazing to drive. It's just I didn't predict, like I probably had to enter like another like 50 feet sooner.
Yeah.
It just like the second I pulled the handbrake, the car just wanted to whip.
Yeah. You look great behind him. He must have entered super slow.
Oh no, he did. It was great. And like I ran third the whole time. That was the move. I should have just ran third on my lead too. I didn't feel like I could win the event. After that chase, I feel like I could have won the event if I didn't f up my lead.
But we have no rain set up ever on this car with this tire, and you know.
I know. Like I'm not as annoyed. Like it's still the fact that we finished top 16 is good, but what I'm annoyed about is like going for a championship this year. It puts me now at a huge deficit.
Yeah.
Where like at least had I gone into 8 or had I gone into Final 4, it like would have kept that momentum.
Right.
But now Osbo and Dean are both moved on already, and those are the 2 that are above me. So
we're gonna get him in the hometown.
Yeah. It's a bummer, but
yeah.
I'm bummed, especially because that means I don't get to drive more. Watching back the footage, I still feel like I entered soft enough. Like I entered so early and so shallow just to be able to slowly add angle with a foot brake. I think the critical mistake I made, looking at the video, it looks like I was just close enough to the rumble strips where maybe I got on some of that painted line. And when you get on painted surfaces or even on the rumble strip, it gets super slick. So honestly, before the battle, I didn't think I was going to go really far because I had no idea how to chase in the rain with this car at this track. But then that chase made me gassed up because I'm like, oh, I could win the event with my chases. With my leads though, they always judge leads first, and it's a good thing they do that because you can't have a good chase without a good lead. We made it in the top 16. I'm bummed that we didn't make it any farther, but it's part of the game. Can't win all the things. And the next event we have is a hometown track, Orlando Speed World, the Oval. I love driving that track. It's always a good time. It's only 2 corners, right, too? So, you know, how hard can it be? So, we'll get this rig packed up. Got an early flight tomorrow morning, but more than anything, I appreciate all my partners that make this possible. This has been a great year of racing so far, even though it's only the 2nd round. All the positivity and energy from you guys, and of course my amazing team that I wouldn't be here without. So, appreciate y'all, and I'll see you guys soon.
Look at that break there. That's gonna be all she wrote. So Adam LZ,
we're gonna double pass.
Okay, we got Federico. This is ridiculous. People are saying